everybody, it's Honest John. Full disclosure here, I'm an atheist. One of the strangest offshoots or cults of Christianity was the Puritans. They came here to America seeking religious freedom, but only for themselves. They wanted to be free to practice their religion and persecute all the other religions. Now, in England, they were persecuted and despised, but for good reason. They really were a bunch of dicks, and their version of Christianity was particularly dickish. It was a joyless sect. No singing, no dancing, no music of any kind, no art, and a conception of God that was really terrifying. Their God was not so loving. He was more vengeful and wrathful, and he despised his creations. One of the most famous sermons of the time was by a guy by the name of Jonathan Edwards, a Puritan preacher. It's called "Sinners in the Hands of an Angry God," and it begins, "The God who is in heaven abhors you." Not exactly the most uplifting message. The message of his sermon is that we are all wicked and sinners and on the very verge of being cast into hell by God. It could happen at any second. So you better be good, or else 1 minute you're taking a walk, and the next second God is just instantly put you into hell. It could happen just like that. So you'd better atone, even if you can't think of anything that you've done to atone for. And you better pray a lot. But for most people, that really wouldn't do much good. The Puritans also had a concept called the elect. Originally, in the Old Testament, this term applied to the Jews. They were God's chosen people. But Christians really couldn't have that. So for them, the elect became those Christians who were chosen by God for salvation. Jews need not apply. And this was, of course, preordained by God. They were the chosen. And they were the chosen few. Everybody else was predestined to be doomed to suffer in hell. A very, very small minority of Christians were the elect. Of course, nobody knew exactly who those few Christians were, so everybody was free to believe that they were one of the elect. But since the doctrine was that only a very few were chosen, the odds were pretty much against you. Now, I find it hard to understand the attraction of such a depressing religion, but it did have its adherents. And even though they may seem weird, they had a profound effect on American culture, both during the time that they existed and to this day. Even though nobody talks about the elect anymore, many Christians believe that the only way to salvation is through Jesus Christ. It doesn't matter that you led a moral life. If you're not a Christian, you're not saved. This makes it particularly difficult for many people because there are lands where there are hardly any Christians. A lot of the people in those lands might not have even heard of Christianity. But that's just their tough luck. And as for an atheist like me, especially since I was once a Christian and rejected those teachings? Well, according to them, there's an extra special hot place in hell for me. Thanks for listening. Hey, thanks for watching my videos. And I want you to keep on doing that. Just not on YouTube. If you look down in the description box, you're going to see 2 new links there. One is to my Patreon page, the other one is to a site called Top Buzz. Now on Top Buzz, they're letting me monetize my video, and they're not even ads on them. So I'd like you to get in the habit of watching my videos there. Or you can go to my Patreon page, and if you want to become a supporter, that would be great. If you don't, you can still watch my videos there. But for me, YouTube is no longer worth bothering with. It's just a launching pad that I use to put my videos other places on the net. So I do want you to keep on watching my videos, but not on YouTube.